Hey everyone, Jeff Sarver, the Practical Drummer here. Last night I played a groove with a group. We were improvising, and I came up with this kind of cool 4-bar phrase that I wanted to share with you. And it's fairly simple. It goes between eighth notes and eighth note triplets in 4/4. So for two measures I play an eighth note groove, and then the last two measures I play a 12/8 feel. So I'm just shifting from eighth notes to eighth note triplets with the right hand, and then throwing in some spicy accents. So I'll show you that too. But basically this is what it is. I'll play it over here with the left foot going on quarter notes. So if I count eighth notes in 4/4, I have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay? If I count eighth note triplets, the same tempo, I have this. 1 ta ta 2 ta ta 3 ta ta 4 ta ta 1 ta ta 2 ta ta 3 ta ta 4 ta ta 1. Okay, so those two measures, technically 12/8, 4/4 and 12/8. But what I want to do is play two measures and then switch two measures of the eighth notes and then switch into two measures of the eighth note triplets, and that sounds like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and second measure. Here we go. And 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 ta ta 2 ta ta 3 ta ta 4 ta ta 1 ta ta. Okay, so that's basically it. The snare drum was on 2 and 4 throughout. I'll play the snare drum with 2 and 4, and the bass drum just on 1 and 3, just so you can feel the groove now. And then I'll show you the spicy beat that I came up with. So here it is. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you can see it's fairly simple, right? I'm just in my brain going from eighth notes to eighth note triplets, counting, right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 ta ta 2 ta ta to 4 ta ta 1. Okay, that's fairly simple. But here's the groove I played last night, and I'll just play it, and then I'll break it down for you. Okay. Okay, so you can see, kind of sounds pretty cool, and the way the guitar player was playing a kind of a spacey solo, it really lended itself for him to pick up some of these notes. It kind of sounds similar, the accents that I play with the hi-hat, but I'm changing between 4/4 and 12/8, right, or eighth notes and eighth note triplets. And so basically it's fairly simple, where it's just 1 and 2 and then after the and I go and duh, which means I open on the duh and close on the 3, 2 and 3, and then E and, right? Okay, 1 and 2 E and duh, see, duh 3. And then E and. Okay, so that's the first one. The second one, the 12/8, is 1 ta ta 2 ta ta. So I'm opening up on the last ta of 2. 1 ta ta 2 ta ta 3 ta ta 4 ta ta 1 ta ta 2 ta ta 3 ta ta 4 ta ta 1. So it's the last ta of 2 and nothing on 3 except for, a closed hit. and then an opening on the first ta of 3. So 2 ta ta, 3 ta ta, 4 ta ta, 1 ta ta, 2 ta ta, 3 ta ta, 4 ta ta. So you can see it dances around the 3, just like in the eighth notes. I hit the da of 2 and the e of 3, dancing around the 3. So it gives a similar kind of spicy feel, right? I'll play it one more time so you can hear it. And then, you can practice it with the left foot going on quarter notes and just bring the accents up to a different sound source. That'll sound like this. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's what I played last night pretty much. I improvised a lot. I went up to the ride cymbal, played on the bell. Sometimes I kept the 12/8 feel for 8 measures or 12 measures, and then went back into, it was really spontaneous and flowing. It was great. But an added challenge here is to play the left foot on quarter notes while you shift, as well as playing the accents. Okay, so I have a little stack over here, a 12-inch splash on a 16-inch cymbal, and they're both K customs. Okay, so I'm going to play the accents there. So it's going to go 1 and 2. Something like that, right? So you can see the left foot is playing quarter notes, and you need to train your brain and the ability to hit offbeat accents, syncopated accents, so that they're right on track, right? So I'm counting eighth notes and then triplets. And so again, one more time, okay? 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2. Okay, so that's it. Check that out. You could bring the accents up on the left hand, something like this. Right? So I didn't switch it to eighth notes there, but you get the gist, right? So just coming up with this stuff on a whim so that you can practice these ways of creating some more independence with your body. The most important thing is keeping this left foot solid. Use a metronome if you need to, so that you're completely in sync. The tempo is strong and true, and then you're doing this stuff to dance around the tempo. But if the tempo is not strong, it doesn't matter what you play. It's not going to be very effective. So that's my premise anyway. So practice with the left foot playing on quarter notes or some variation as much as you can. You could do a variation like playing on the ride cymbal, but splashing, say if I went 1 and 2 and, something like that. It would be tricky with the triplets, the triplet part of it, but you could go 1, 2, 3, 4. Something like that. So I was closing on the 1 and the 3, splashing on the 2 and the 4. I've got my clunky slippers on, so it's not as good when I have my sneakers on, So the splash wasn't as prevalent, but you get the gist, right? So you practice just different ways to articulate yourself in the drum set to make it more interesting. So that was one way. I'd have to practice if I did the eighth notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. You'd have to learn how to play triplets over the eighth notes, right? something like that, right? So I didn't quite get it on, I think the third beat there, kind of fell off track, but it would take some time to practice that. So you can get very creative with it, that's the point. So try that out, check it out, see what you can do, and next time I'll show you a metric modulation, actually taking the quarter note triplet in 4/4 and creating kind of a 6/8 feel, which is very fun. And then you can actually take that as the new tempo. Okay? Take care, have fun. Bye-bye.